Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. I've done a couple before, but they have never really gotten anywhere, but I want to try something new. I want to try something that could potentially be something. I believe that having a channel that is strictly about having fun and doing fun things and, just kind of like being fun. And, everyone needs a little bit of time where they can pause and do something different, and that's what I want to do. I just graduated, I'm getting into college, and I'm so tired of sitting down and looking at other people's YouTube channels like Shane Dawson. I am so sorry. Shane Dawson. I know he hates it whenever people say his name wrong. I love his YouTube channel and how spontaneous he is, and Rylan as well. They have so much fun, and I want to do that too. I love watching adventurous videos, and I may not be as adventurous as them because I have not been on YouTube anywhere as long as they have. I've only been watching YouTube as long as they've been on. I want to do something new, It's always good to be spontaneous sometimes, It's always good to be like that. So I wanted to start off today's video by talking a little bit about why I want to do this. So, I came from a family who strictly believes in God. And if you don't follow what God says, then you're not God's child. And you don't belong in this family. So whenever I started to, kind of question things, and my family did not accept it at all. They did not accept it to the fact where they thought that I was going crazy and that I was not normal. So they took me to places that I don't really want to mention, and they kind of abandoned me. And after a while, I kind of thought, if my family is willing to abandon me, then why would anybody else want me? So I kind of thought about suicide, I shouldn't be laughing, but it's kind of like, I've gotten so far from that it's kind of like, I actually thought that. But yes, I did think that, and it was a very scary time, very scary. And, I know there's people out there now who are thinking the same thing, thinking and feeling the same way that I felt. I felt helpless. I felt like I was never going to get out of this situation. And then shortly after, my grandma died, and it was even harder because me and my grandma, we were so close to each other that it was crazy thinking that I had been in a totally different state for 11 months, and then all of a sudden, bam, my grandma was gone. And she was the one person that I could actually get along with, who actually accepted me for who I was, who didn't think that I was crazy. And my grandpa too, pretty much both of my grandparents believed in me and believed that I could be something great. And then I came home, and it was really hard to accept the fact that I was living in my grandma and grandma's house, but my grandma was not there. And seeing my grandpa kind of break down all the time was really hard. And my dad had taken me in and said, okay, you can stay here for a little bit, and then we'll take you to another place. So I stayed there, and it was crazy because, my dad had kind of the second time of abandoning me and having me stay with my grandpa, and he was still going to send me off somewhere else. And so it was really hard trying to take care of my grandpa by myself. Really hard because he missed my grandma a lot. They'd been together forever, and to lose someone so dear to you like that is unconceivable. I can't even think about something like that. It must have been so hard for him, and to think that he had to do that for the longest time was crazy to me. And after a while, my grandfather also passed away 2 years after my grandmother had. And my dad, he took over the house, and everything went smoothly for a while. until my dad started to care more about women and relationships more than me. And it was even harder because I was still grieving over my grandfather. I didn't know how to take it. And then all of a sudden my dad is bringing on in all these women, and like, you know, I'm sitting here in the living room and he's doing whatever he wants to do. And then a couple of times he went over to girls' houses because they didn't want to come over to him. He would leave me by myself for 3 hours. And you know, I was only, what, like 14? I didn't know what was going on. I didn't really care. I just thought that my dad was never gonna be here for me. And then finally, I stayed with my aunt for a little bit. Like, I'm still staying with her because she has gotten me through so much. I owe her everything. You know, the clothes on my back, the job that I have, you know, me not being suicidal anymore, me believing that stuff is going to get better eventually. And she's helped me through school. I finally graduated and I'm getting into college. This is like a surreal moment for me. And I hope this channel can help you feel the same way that I do now. I feel like I am in great spirits and that things will get good. And they already are. They're already showing me that they are already getting good. And I am so excited to start this channel and for me to finally have all you guys happy as well. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many people are actually gonna look at this, but I cannot wait to finally get started. Anyway, have a great day. I hope you guys all stay happy and wonderful. I love all of you, even the one person who's probably watching this right now probably hasn't even finished the whole video, but that's fine. I love you.